Hi there, good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about coordinates, and that's going to be chapter 2 of grade 10 for AdMaths. When we talk about coordinates, I just want to deal with the coordinates themselves. The first thing I would like to draw your attention to, let's say we're going to talk about today the midpoint of a line. Now, in the Cartesian plane, we can take the example of, let's say, A is equal to 2 and then 5. We also can have B as, let's say, 6 and, let's say, 11. And if I want to find the midpoint of AB, okay, so let's say we want to find the midpoint, I would say coordinates of the midpoints. Coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So we're going to be using x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So this is how we find midpoint, coordinates of midpoint of a line. So we can call this x1, and this one is x2, this one is y1, and this one is y2. So then this is going to turn into 2 plus 6 divided by 2. So we have then 2 plus 6 divided by 2. And I also have 5 plus 11. 5 plus 11 divided by 2. Turns out that the midpoint is actually 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 5 plus 11 is 16. 16 over 2 is 8. So this is how we go about and find midpoint. The next thing I want to talk about is the distance between 2 points, midpoint of a line. Now we want to talk about the distance, okay, between 2 points. Sometimes they call it the length. Now this can be done using vectors, but I don't want to go into vectors as such. We need to get to that chapter first. We're just going to be using the formula directly. So to find the distance between 2 points, okay, we call it d is equal to the square root of x1 minus x2 to the square plus y1 minus y2 to the square. And if we were to do so for this particular example, I'm going to say AB is going to be equal to the square root of x1 minus x2, that's 2 minus 6 to the square plus y1, which is 5, minus y2, so that's 5 minus 11 to the square. If we were to find it as such, we just need to work that out. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. I've got negative 4 to the square. Always put a bracket if it's a negative number, plus negative 6 to the square. So that becomes then 16 plus 36. So what is 16 plus 36? It's not 52. So 52. Right, and is not 14 times, 4 times 13, 52, 12, 4, 52. Yes. So if that's the case, then we're looking at 4 times 13. So in third form, I would say AB is equal to the square root of 4 times the square root of 13. And so AB turns out to be square root of 4 is 2, so 2 root of 13. Now, if you are doing paper 1, you're not going to be allowed to use calculator anymore. They might be expecting the answer to be in the third form. Other than that, you can use a calculator and find the decimals value of that. Just simply put the calculator here. You're simply going to put square root of 52. It turns out to be 2 root of 13, and so that's going to be 7.21. Or we could say AB is equal to 7.21 units to 3 significant figures. So here we are. This is how we go about and find the distance between 2 points. They're a very important part of coordinates because we're going to be using them ahead in the chapter. Take care.